I do it for the love I don't have. No, I do it for. Hi, Nurse Gang. Welcome back. It's Nurse Cat, and today I want to talk about LPNs. Do they make money? The misconception a lot of people have about them. And yeah, if you're ready, let's get into it. So the first misconception I have is that LPNs just want to be RNs. And this is truly, utterly false. So a lot of people go into LPN because they don't want to spend that 2 years plus to get their RN. Remember, RN is an actual degree and LPN is a technical program that you can go into for 1 year. So if you haven't taken any prerequisite classes, you can go and get your LPN. Only thing they ask is that you have your high school diploma, so why not? It's quicker, it's more convenient. If you have a family, kids, a car, a house, whatever, you can just go and get it and be done with it in a year. Take your NCLEX and start working. If you like it, you can continue and you'll be making good enough money to go and get your RN. You know what I mean? Like, I'm comfortable right now that I can work 2 days and still continue RN school. Doesn't that make more sense? But let's get into it. Don't let me convince you. Let's get into it. LPN jobs are drying up. First off, I think this is a myth. It depends where you live and also what you want to do. When I finished my LPN program, it took me about a month to find a job, and I started off in the rehab. What I noticed, according to that a lot of percentage, 38% of jobs for LPNs are in the nursing home, but also 12% and 28%. 28% is in the hospital and 12% is in home health. So there's jobs. You just have to look. Like anything, you just need to look and be have perseverance and definitely be on it. If I'm sitting there putting applications online but I'm not calling, following up, of course no one's gonna call me. And one of the hardest thing with any job is if you don't have experience, it's gonna take you longer, but you'll get a job. You just have to look, because I haven't had any stories from any of my classmates that they haven't been able to find a job at all. Like, since the 2 years we graduated, they haven't found a job. So I haven't heard anyone, thank God. And yes, there are jobs out there, guys. We just gotta look. And there's so many different types of jobs you can do as an LPN. So go get it. Let's look. And that's false. So if that's something that you're worried about, it's false. It's false, it's false, it's false. They've been saying that since like 2000, that the jobs are drying up, but we're still finding jobs. So the next one is that it is inferior to an RN, which I do agree, because according to my textbook, the RN does supervise the LPN. So I don't see a big point in that, because the LPN's scope of practice is wider and bigger than an LPN. So of course they're going to be over you, managing you. Who cares? And a lot of times, if you're in the nursing home, you work beside the LPN, beside the RN, doing the same thing that they're doing. So it's not really you're inferior to them. They can't disrespect you, or they can't make you do things that you don't want to do. They just have a bigger scope of practice. They're kind of like a manager or a supervisor. That's it. But does that mean that your job is easier than RNs? Heck no, because I do a lot of stuff the RNs do anyways. That doesn't mean anything. Another misconception that we have is that LPNs are not real nurses. Okay, you know how many times I get told this? Like, this is a big misconception. Huge misconception. Just because we're not a registered nurse and we're an LPN does not mean that we are not real nurses. I can real life save your life. Like, I can real life do CPR and bring you back to life. Why would you assume that we're not real nurses? Did we not go to school? Are we not able to call the doctor and get orders? Are we not able to use our nursing judgment and make a call? I don't get that. I don't get why you feel like just because we went to a technical program or we went to school for 1 year in comparison to 2, that we're not a real nurse. Come on now. Come on now. Is that ignorance? I mean, What is that? So I don't know. I really don't get that, because we so many are LPNs working in the emergency room. You just don't know. You really don't know. So don't be so quick to judge and say, oh, LPN is not a real nurse because they didn't go to college for 2 years, whatever. Shut up. So the last misconception that I have is, are LPNs making money? Am I making money? Am I broke? Am I struggling out here? So the average for an LPN to make salary-wise is $45,000. Personally, from my experience and my friends and family's experience, an LPN can make anywhere from 16 starting off, anywhere to $22, $23 an hour. And this is in Florida, guys. So you tell me, like, do you think that's worth it for 1 year in a program to learn? But there are a couple questions I need to ask you, though. Before you want to go and do LPN, why are you doing it? Are you doing it for the money? Do you like people? Because it's not going to be easy all the time. It's very stressful. Can you deal with blood? Can you deal with other people? Because nursing is teamwork. Do you like working with other people? So yeah, these are a couple questions that I'm asking, and you can write down below if this helped, if it didn't help, if you're thinking about doing your LPN. Do you feel like it's worth it? Do you feel like you should just go straight through and get your RN, your BSN? So yeah, till next time. Bye.